side all my days and all my...
Hi guys, this is your girl Francis Riken and welcome to my Easter edition of Relationship Talk with Riken. So today I want to talk about things a man should have before you marry him. And yes, marriage is a very strong constitution. Marriage is a very strong covenant, but that a lot of people just enter it without any idea of what is expected of them, of what they are meant to understand or do as a married couple. So this morning, I just want to tell us one or two things about what every lady should look out for before marrying a man. If you want to marry a man, he must have these 4 qualities. If he doesn't have it, he shouldn't have 1. He shouldn't have 2. 4. They are 4 and he must have it. It's not too much for him to have. So it's something he should have. So the first thing I want to talk about is a man who is God-fearing. Being God-fearing does not mean you must be a believer that goes to church, that is an assistant pastor or a worship leader or youth leader. In fact, there are a lot of people who are born again who are not God-fearing. It's 2 different things. Being born again means you are committed to God. Every decision you make is based on what God would have done or what God wants you to do. So being a God-fearing man means he takes everything to God in prayers. He references God in everything. If you marry a man who references God in everything, your life will never remain the same. He will be afraid to make mistakes. He will see you as a responsibility God has given to him, because he went to God in prayers before he married you. 2 of you met and agreed by God to be married. So he understands the value of what God has given him. So he will not treat you right. A man who is God-fearing, he will trust God completely. He references God. He will leave everything to the will of God. He will submit under the authority of God. That is what a man who has the fear of God would do. If, for instance, there's a situation in the house, it's not everything money can take care of. It's not everything that is expected for money to take care of in the house. So a man sometimes you can need God to help you. You will need God to help you go through a situation in life. Because with your money, you cannot do anything. That is when you know a man that is God-fearing. So a man that is not God-fearing, without like, okay, wife, you have to go to the room, you have to start praying. If your wife is praying, what will you be doing? So a man who is God-fearing is a gift to a woman that marries him. Then number 2, never marry a man who does not submit to earthly authority. What do I mean? Earthly authority is like mentorship. That means a man who does not have somebody is responsible or accountable to is not going to be a good husband. Those are the kind of husband you get married. At the end of the day, when they go do something wrong, you can't report them to anybody. You take them to their mother and say, okay, mom, your son did this. Of course, he's her son. She will pet you and say, okay, I'll talk to him. But she cannot disown him. She cannot tell you, okay, pack your load, leave him. My son is a bad son. Of course, she won't do that. Of course, she won't scold him beyond what she can do, because she will still depend the fact that this my son is a grown-up man. But a mentor is somebody they respect. A mentor is somebody they listen to. This mentor can be a father. This mentor can be a father, as in a spiritual father. It can be somebody your husband respect, or somebody this guy respect a lot. But it's not just, you don't submit for mentorship to just any kind of person. It should be submissive to someone that is also responsible. Because only when you submit to a responsible man, you can create a responsible man out of yourself. So now, ladies, if you have somebody who is on your neck, who wants to marry you, who is not submissive to a earthly authority, be careful. because there is no way that man is going to be responsible in the house, because you can't report him to anybody. Like I said, it's another thing to report a man to his family members, but it's another thing to report to a man, somebody he will be accountable. Somebody know that, okay, if I report him to this person, they will scold him and my husband will behave well. It can be the pastor of his church. It can be a spiritual leader. It might not be from his church, but from somewhere else. But somebody you know that he respects a lot. Then another thing you should look at for a man that has passion and love for you. Now it's not the time to say, he loves me, yes, that's enough. No, love is not enough. Because these days, anybody tells anybody that they love them. Now, first thing first, love is not like, that word love has been abused a lot. So anybody says I love you to anybody. So I love you is not enough at all. Don't say, okay, yeah, he loves me, I love him. We have this butterfly in my stomach whenever I see him. Except I make him feel some kind of ways whenever he sees me. Hello. Anybody can feel anything for anybody as long as they know what they want. But now, pay attention. It's only a man that loves you passionately that will go out. He will see another lady that attracts him. It's okay to get attracted to someone else even after you're married. But you see what keeps you is self-control. And when you have passion for your wife, you know that, okay, this person, I love her dearly with passion. I can't cheat on her. You will have this self-control. See, let me tell you something. It's passion that makes a man to look at his wife or the woman he wants to marry and find satisfaction in her. He knows that with everything he got, this is the person he wants to spend forever with. It's only a man that loves you with passion, that loves you genuinely, that will stick with you no matter what happens. So don't say, yes, he loves me. Yeah, if he loves you, it's fine. But does he love you passionately? Does he have passion for you? Does he have this satisfaction that this is the woman for him? It's two different things when he says he loves you. Don't let anything twist you. Then the last thing I'll talk about before I go is marrying an irresponsible man. Being irresponsible is different in different ways. There are some people who don't take responsibility. There are things to get done. They're looking for who or waiting for who will come and get it done. Instead of them to say, okay, how do we get this done? No, they're looking for, okay, and let's wait for this person to come. They're looking for who we get it done. They don't take responsibility for things. You don't want to marry a man like that because you find yourself in a situation where you need urgent help and you find your husband telling you, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am not a this. I'm not a that. Let's wait for the right. Some people they are so used to, maybe from their training, they are used to men don't do anything. It's the women that cook the food. It's the women that take care of the house. So it's the women that wash the clothes. It's not my job to do this. It's not my job to do. They are not responsible for anything. So when you tell them, sweetie, I really don't feel fine today, can you help in the kitchen? They'll tell you, call your sister. Call somebody that will come and help. They are not responsible for anything. So be careful the kind of man you want to spend forever with. Marriage is meant to be forever. It's not something you enter there for a while, you can't endure, you come out. Marriage you endure as well as enjoying it. So please, if you already have a husband who does not have these 4 qualities, be praying for him. Always pray, go on your knees and say, God, I have married him. There's nothing that can be done, but please help me set it right. But for those single ones who are yet to get married, if your husband to be does not have these 4 qualities, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful. A man who is not God-fearing, a man who does not submit to earthly mentorship or authority, A man who does not love you passionately, and then a man who is not responsible, are not the kind of men you want to marry or spend forever with. So be careful. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I trust that so many of you are going to be blessed after listening to this message. Don't forget to press the subscribe button, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and as well invite others to watch and subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. I still remain your girl, Francis. We can see you when next I come. Bye for now.
All my life I waited to feel like I do now.